we knew it's a very competitive conference, and we had to each run our race. Seeing as times weren't what we obviously wanted today, we knew it was going to be points and going to be places. And we knew we just had to stick on to them, and we knew kind of how the other teams were going to, come out. They were going to come out with their strongest people, and we just had to be a little stronger.
Both Wheaton and North Central are really strong teams, and so are we. It's just really packing it up and running as a team and getting all your, top 5 girls close together and finishing them, in a close group, and that's where you win it, is packing it up as a team.
I fully believe that our success is based on selling out to the program and to each other. Whether it's one person doing their best, it's not just for themselves. And you can watch when the women race that they're always thinking about other people than just themselves. The better they do as an individual, the better it helps the team. But they realize that if I do well as an individual, our team is going to do better. And if you only focus on yourself, then you typically don't usually get the full results that you want.
Doesn't matter who our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are. It just matters that we run the team race. We had that team mind. There's no one really cares about their individual place, whether it's over what the team did.
I don't think today is an accurate indication of where we are as a team. I think just about anyone in the country would have gotten beat like we did to North Central because they're the team to beat in the country. But we're still one of the top 5 teams in the region.
When we approach a race, we don't see who's there or who's on the line with us. It's just we just focus on ourselves. So it's like one team is on the line, no matter how many teams are there, and it's North Central. It's like we're not worried about what Augustana is doing, what Wheaton's doing, or we're focused on ourselves and what we need to do and what we need to accomplish as a team.
In our locker room, we have a lot of team goals set up, and our first team goal that was accomplished today was to win CCW championships. That was our first team goal. Our next team goal is to make it to nationals, and that is what we're going to be looking for at regionals in 2 weeks.
It's a huge race at regionals as far as the numbers go. So you have to have a great position from the beginning and keep moving. So, our goal is definitely to be in that group that we can be considered for the national meet.
Today, mentally for us, it was the national championship. Like next week at regionals or 2 weeks, it's going to be the national championships. And when we get to the national championships, it's like, wow, we're not doing anything different. This is the national championship. So we're doing the same thing kind of every week to get ready.
The women's cross-country team has a full roster preparing for regional competition, and we caught up with several of them at practice in this edition of the Cardinal Corner.
Hi, my name is Alicia Zimmerman. I'm a sophomore here at North Central College. I'm from Wheaton, Illinois, and I am here to introduce you to a couple of my teammates on the North Central women's cross-country team. This is Amanda Merrick. She comes from Oak Lawn, and she is a freshman on this team this year. Amanda, what were your expectations for the team coming into this school year?
Well, knowing North Central's reputation, I did actually have some pretty high expectations for the team, but I definitely say that we've smashed them with our conference victory, and hopefully we'll be going to nationals next weekend.
What about coming in as a freshman? Were you scared to be coming into the school, or were you excited to come into the school?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I mean, I came from a pretty small school with not a lot of depth in terms of runners. Coming here, I was a little bit nervous in terms of how I would compete against the teams, but I was definitely excited to come here and work with all the ladies here.
Thank you. This is Maggie Lipinski from Canton, New York, and she is a freshman here on this team this year. Maggie, coming from New York, how is the program different from your high school experience and then coming to the Midwest out in Illinois here?
Well, the training is obviously a lot more intense. I do a lot more distance. It's only my second year of cross country, so just learning to adjust to the distance and the higher intensity.
Why did you choose North Central College here in Naperville?
Basically, it came down to the running program fit me. I talked to the girls, got along with them, and just talking to Mahesh.
Thank you for your time. This is Colleen Brzezinski. She's a junior on this team, going to be a senior next year, and she is from Elmwood Park in Chicago. Colleen, being a leader on this team, what are your expectations for the team next year?
I definitely hope that we're able to build off of the team cohesion from this past year, just build momentum from this past year. I mean, we had a great season. Just come in, welcome our new freshmen, get them excited, and hopefully win conference like we did this past year.
What are some of your goals for the team for next year, besides winning conference?
Just to improve from last year, have good team cohesion, qualify for regionals, nationals.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Make sure to follow us on North Central's site to watch how we do at regionals and nationals in the next couple weeks. Thanks.
Thank you, and Clark, thanks for joining us today. Earlier this week, the women's volleyball team defeated Augustana in a CCIW tournament play-in game, correct?
Yes, volleyball is actually the only sport in the CCIW that has a play-in round prior to its conference tournament. That's something that's usually determined by the coaches in each sport, how they want to handle their postseason, and they chose to do it that way. First round was Tuesday, taking on Augustana team they had just played the week before and beaten in straight sets. This time around, they were kind of playing to prolong their season, so they got a little more of a fight out of the Vikings last night, but were able to come out on top again.
Now they go into it on Friday. They play Millikan, who upset Illinois Wesleyan. They've played Millikan before, obviously, in conference, and they did win that. Are we looking at possibly a Carthage North Central CCIW final there?
Well, both of the teams that involved in that first round match, Millikan and Illinois Wesleyan, North Central had victories over earlier this season, so they were going to feel pretty confident going into that semifinal, regardless of who the opponent was. Certainly, the goal is to get back to the conference match and get another conference championship match and get another shot at Carthage,
right.
Who's about 6 or 7 years running conference champion.
Right. Now we know that that's definitely something that the girls want to get back to, is play Carthage and have an opportunity to beat them. With that, even if you're not a CCIW tournament champion or the regular season champion, are there other ways that you can qualify for nationals in that sense?
Well, the NCAA has a certain amount of at-large bids allotted for teams that do not win their conference championship. And those are regardless of region, so they can pick whoever's strongest throughout the nation and fill out the brackets that way. We won't find out for sure who gets in until about Monday morning when the NCAA releases those on their website.
Excellent. Also, Stephanie Riding and Janae Harner named to the CCIW offensive and defensive, they were the players of the week this past week. Men's wrestling, last week we kind of looked over some individuals on the team. This past week, polls came out. They're sitting in 10th place, and they're actually not the only CCIW team to rank in the top 30 there.
Yeah, Elmhurst College is also in the top rankings there. They got 2 excellent wrestlers that placed very highly at the national championship last year, one of which was an individual national champion. And the North Central team is ranked 10th this year. They finished 14th at the national championships last season, so that's a pretty good spot to be in for them. It's probably appropriate compared to the other schools that are around them. They've got this their first meet this weekend is the Lakeland College Duels up in Wisconsin. Typically draws a pretty quality field of competitors. A couple of ranked teams they competed against last year, as well as one of the top Division II programs in the country. So they're jumping right in.
One of many winter sports that are just getting underway. Another one is indoor track and field with cross country still going on for about the next 3 weeks or so. I know track and field might be missing a couple of their distance runners there. What does the team look like? Do they have any returners from last year's nationals?
Well, they recently wrapped up their fall conditioning schedule, and they seem pretty happy with the progress that most of the athletes have made. They returned just about all of the athletes that competed in the national championships last season, most notably Rachel Seacrest, who won both indoor and outdoor national championships in the women's pole vault, as well as Jake Weiner and John Wood, who were both qualifiers for both the indoor and outdoor national championships in the pole vault, as well as the distance runners that were All-Americans at the outdoor championships last spring.
Excellent. Can't wait. Clark, thanks for joining us
Thank
today.
you, Will.
NCTV 17 is always keeping you connected with your area sports scene. I'm Will Armistead, and thanks for watching the Cardinal Report.